3 months. That's how long Zara and Daesung had been back in New York. 3 months of peace, of building their life together, of falling deeper in love. 3 months of pretending the danger was over. But Ryan Kong wasn't done. And neither was his father. While Zara was discovering a secret that would change everything, 2 pink lines on a test that made her heart stop, Ryan was making a deal with people even more dangerous than his uncle. A deal that would put Daesung in a position he'd never been in before, completely vulnerable. And when the most powerful man in 3 countries falls, his pregnant wife becomes his only hope for survival. Welcome to part 4, where Zara stops being protected and becomes the protector. If you haven't watched parts 1, 2, and 3, the links are in the description. Go binge them now because this is the culmination of everything. You guys absolutely blew up the comments on part 3, and I saw all your theories. Some of you were right, some of you are about to be shocked. Before we jump in, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications because this part is going to be intense. Now let's get into it. The pregnancy test sat on the bathroom counter, mocking her with its certainty. Pregnant. Zara had suspected for 2 weeks, the fatigue, the nausea, the way her body felt different. But seeing the confirmation made it terrifyingly real. She was carrying Daesung's child. A child who would be born into a world of violence and danger. A child who would have a target on their back from birth. A child who deserved better than a mafia boss for a father and a woman still learning to navigate darkness for a mother. And yet, her hand went to her still flat stomach, and she felt something fierce and protective surge through her. This baby was theirs. Created from love that had started as revenge but became something real, something powerful, something worth protecting at any cost. Jagiya? Daesung's voice called from the bedroom. You've been in there for 20 minutes. Are you okay? Zara looked at herself in the mirror. 3 months ago, she'd been a woman scorned, broken, traded away like property. Now she was Mrs. Kong, wife to one of the most powerful men alive, trained in combat and weaponry, confident in ways she'd never been with Ryan. And now, she was going to be a mother. I'm fine, she called back, grabbing the test and taking a deep breath. Actually, I need to tell you something. She opened the door to find Daesung sitting on the bed, looking unfairly handsome in casual clothes, his silver-streaked hair still damp from his morning shower. The tattoos on his neck and arms were visible, reminders of the dangerous man he was. The dangerous man she loved. What's wrong? He stood immediately, reading her expression. Are you sick? Do we need to call a doctor? I'm not sick. She held out the test. I'm pregnant. The silence stretched for 3 heartbeats. Then Daesung moved, crossing the room in 2 strides, taking the test from her hands and staring at it like it held the secrets of the universe. Pregnant, he repeated, his voice rough. We're going to have a baby. Yes. Zara watched his face carefully. I know this wasn't planned. I know your world is dangerous. I know this complicates everything. He kissed her. Desperately, deeply, his hands cupping her face like she was the most precious thing in existence. When he pulled back, his eyes were wet. I never thought I'd have this, he whispered. After Fiancé died, after 30 years alone. I never let myself imagine a family. Children. A future beyond survival. His hand moved to her stomach, gentle and reverent. And now you're giving me everything. You're not scared? I'm terrified, he admitted. I'm 51 years old. I've killed people. I run criminal organizations. I'm the worst possible choice for a father. His voice cracked. But I'm also more grateful than I've ever been. Because this baby is ours, Zara. And I will protect both of you with everything I have. She pulled him close, and they stood there in their bedroom, holding each other, marveling at the life they'd created. Neither of them knew that across the city, Ryan Kong was planning their destruction. Ryan sat in his father's office, nursing his third whiskey of the afternoon. He humiliated us, Gregory said, pacing like a caged animal. My own brother put his hands on me. Threatened to destroy everything I've built. And for what? Some woman his nephew was smart enough to trade away? She wasn't just some woman, Ryan muttered. She was mine. For 3 years. And he stole her. He didn't steal her. You threw her away. Gregory's look was scathing. Your weakness created this situation. Your inability to see value beyond dollar signs. Ryan's hand clenched around his glass. So what do we do? He's too powerful to attack directly. He has connections we can't match. We don't attack him directly. We attack his weakness. Gregory pulled out his phone, showing Ryan a photo. He has a wife he loves. A woman with a business, a routine, vulnerabilities. If we take her, he'll do anything to get her back. Including walking into a trap. Ryan looked at the photo of Zara leaving her office, and something twisted in his chest. He'd lost her. Watching her at that gala, seeing how she looked at Daesung with genuine love while she'd only ever looked at Ryan with obligation, it had broken something in him. But broken things could be dangerous. What kind of trap? I have contacts. People who've wanted to take Daesung down for years but couldn't find an opening. Gregory smiled coldly. If we give them that opening, if we deliver Zara to them as bait, they'll handle the rest. And when Daesung is dead, we take everything he built. And Zara? Collateral damage. Gregory poured himself whiskey. You'll move on. Find someone more appropriate. Someone who knows her place. Ryan should have felt something, guilt, hesitation, anything. But 3 months of festering resentment had poisoned whatever he'd felt for Zara. When? He asked. Soon. She has a site visit scheduled next week. Brooklyn Development Project. We'll hit her there, take her somewhere Daesung can't find until we're ready. Gregory raised his glass. To family. And revenge. Ryan clinked glasses with his father, sealing Zara's fate. Or so they thought. The next week, Zara hadn't told anyone else about the pregnancy. She wanted to wait until she'd seen a doctor, confirmed everything was healthy, made it real before sharing with the world. But keeping the secret from Daesung was impossible. He'd become impossibly attentive, constantly checking on her, adjusting her schedule to reduce stress, researching prenatal vitamins and pregnancy nutrition with an intensity that was both adorable and overwhelming. You know I'm only like 6 weeks along, right? She said one morning, watching him arrange a breakfast that looked like it came from a nutrition textbook. I'm not made of glass. You're carrying my child. You're more precious than glass. He set down a plate of perfectly balanced protein, vegetables, and whole grains. And I'm going to take care of both of you. What if it's a girl? Zara asked suddenly. A daughter. In your world. Daesung sat down across from her, his expression serious. Then I'll teach her to be dangerous. To protect herself. To never let anyone make her feel weak. He took her hand. And I'll destroy anyone who tries to hurt her. Just like I'll destroy anyone who tries to hurt you. Very romantic. Threatening murder before breakfast. I'm a romantic at heart. He kissed her knuckles. Now eat. You have that site visit at 11. The Brooklyn development project was Zara's pride and joy, a mixed-use building that would include affordable housing, community spaces, and sustainable design elements. She'd been working on it for 6 months, and today was the final walkthrough before breaking ground. India met her at the site, hard hat already on. Ready to see our baby become real? Speaking of babies, Zara started, then stopped. She wanted to tell India, but something made her hesitate. Some instinct that said wait. Not yet. Speaking of babies, what? Nothing. Let's go see the site. The construction area was busy with contractors, engineers, and city inspectors. Zara spent 2 hours reviewing plans, discussing timeline, approving materials. Professional. Focused. Exactly what she loved about her work. She didn't notice the van parked across the street. Didn't see the men watching her every move. Didn't realize she was being hunted until it was too late. I need to grab some documents from my car, she told India. I'll be right back. Want me to come? No, keep the inspector happy. I'll be 2 minutes. Zara walked to her car parked half a block away, pulling out her keys. The street was quieter here, away from the construction noise. Later, she'd recognize that as a red flag. But in the moment, she was thinking about the baby, about Daesung, about how lucky she was to have found this life. She never saw them coming. One moment she was unlocking her car. The next, a cloth covered her mouth and nose, chemical smell overwhelming, arms grabbing her from behind. She tried to fight, Jinwoo had trained her for this, but the chloroform was fast. Her vision blurred. Her limbs went heavy. The last thing she saw before darkness claimed her was a familiar face. Ryan. Sorry, Zara, he said, and he actually looked sad. But you chose the wrong side. Then nothing. Daesung was in a meeting when Jinwoo burst in, face pale. Sir, we have a problem. Mrs. Kong isn't answering her phone. Her security detail lost visual contact 30 minutes ago. Her car is still at the Brooklyn site, but she's not in it. The room went cold. Find her, Daesung said, his voice deadly calm. Now. Use every resource we have. I want security footage, witnesses, everything. And find out who was working that site today. Already on it. Sir. Jinwoo hesitated. Her phone's last location pinged near the site, then went dark. That's professional. Whoever took her knew what they were doing. Daesung stood, and everyone in the room instinctively backed away from the rage radiating off him. If anyone has touched my wife, I will burn this city to the ground. Get me answers. Now. His phone rang. Unknown number. He answered. Where is she? Uncle. Ryan's voice, trying for confident but landing on nervous. We need to talk. Where is my wife? Safe. For now. And she'll stay that way, if you do exactly what I say. Daesung's hand clenched around the phone so hard the screen cracked. Ryan, I'm going to give you one chance to end this. Tell me where Zara is, and I'll make your death quick. Refuse, and I'll make you beg for it. You're not in a position to make threats. We have Zara. And if you want to see her alive again, you'll meet me. Alone. No security, no weapons, no backup. Tonight at midnight. I'll send you the location. If you hurt her. You'll what? You're 51 years old, uncle. Past your prime. And we both know it. Ryan's voice hardened. Midnight. Come alone, or she dies. And uncle? She's been asking for you. Crying for you, actually. It's pathetic. Just like you thinking you could keep her safe. The line went dead. Jin-woo was already moving. It's a trap. He wants you vulnerable so he can. I know it's a trap. Dae-sung's voice was ice. I don't care. Find me that location the second he sends it. Prepare the team for extraction. And Jin-woo? Get me everything we have on Ryan and Gregory's movements over the past month. They didn't plan this alone. What are you going to do? Exactly what they expect. Walk into their trap. Dae-sung's smile was terrifying. They think taking Zara makes me weak. They're about to learn it makes me unstoppable. Okay, I need everyone to breathe because this is getting intense. Ryan really kidnapped Zara? And she's pregnant? Drop a comment if you want to see Zara go full assassin mode when she wakes up, and please hit that like button because this took me hours to write. We're getting to the best part, I promise. Keep watching. Zara woke to darkness and the smell of mildew. Her head throbbed. Her mouth tasted like chemicals. And her hands were zip-tied behind her back. Memories flooded back. The grab. The chloroform. Ryan's apologetic face. Rage cut through the fear. They'd taken her. Put their hands on her. Threatened her baby, because that's what this was really about. Her child. Dae-sung's child. She tested the zip ties. Tight, but she'd practiced this. Jin-woo had shown her how to break them if she had the right angle. The room was small, concrete, windowless. Abandoned warehouse, probably. Classic kidnapping location. She was alone for now, but voices echoed from somewhere nearby. Zara took stock. They'd taken her phone, her keys. But they'd missed the small knife Jin-woo had given her, tucked into the custom sheath sewn into her jacket lining. Amateurs. She maneuvered until she could reach it, awkward with her hands bound, but doable. The blade cut through the zip ties in 30 seconds. Free. Zara stood slowly, testing her balance. Still dizzy from the chloroform, but functional. She moved to the door, pressed her ear against it. Said midnight. He'll come, Gregory. He's stupid for her. Ryan's voice. And his father's reply, of course he'll come. Love makes people predictable. When he arrives, our contacts will handle him. The Zhao triad has wanted Dae-sung dead for years. Zara's blood ran cold. Zhao triad. She remembered Dae-sung mentioning them, a Chinese organization that had tried to move into his territory. The ones he'd fought off, whose members he'd killed. They'd come for revenge. And Ryan and Gregory had gift-wrapped Dae-sung for them. What about Zara? Ryan asked. She's leverage now. Corpse later. Does it matter? Zara pressed her hand to her stomach. Like hell she was dying here. Like hell she was letting them use her to kill Dae-sung. She checked the small room. Concrete walls, metal door, air vent too small to crawl through. One way out, through the door and past however many men they had guarding her. Good thing Jin-woo had made her dangerous. Zara positioned herself beside the door, knife ready. Then she started screaming. Help. Please. Somebody help me. Footsteps approached. The door opened. A large man stepped in, gun in hand but lowered. Shut up or I'll. Zara moved. Knee to his groin, exactly like Jin-woo taught her. As he doubled over, she grabbed his gun hand, twisted until he dropped the weapon, then brought her knife to his throat. "How many others?" she hissed. "F4. Plus the Kangs. Where's my husband being led?" "Loading dock. East side. Midnight." Zara hit him with the butt of his own gun, and he crumpled. She grabbed the weapon, familiar weight, Jin-woo had trained her on this exact model, and checked the magazine. Full. She stepped into the hallway. Abandoned warehouse confirmed. Voices echoed from deeper inside. Zara moved like Jin-woo had taught her. Quick, quiet, aware of her surroundings. She took out the second guard with surprise and precision, the third with a bullet to the leg when he reached for his radio. By the time she reached the main warehouse floor, she had 2 guns and the cold certainty that she would kill anyone who stood between her and her husband. Ryan and Gregory stood near the loading dock with 2 Asian men in expensive suits. Zhao Triad, definitely. They were checking weapons, preparing for Daesung's arrival. Zara checked her phone. They'd tossed it on a nearby table, turned off but not destroyed. She powered it on, sent a quick text to Jin-woo with her location, then turned it off again. 11:47 p.m. 13 minutes until Daesung walked into an ambush. She had to warn him. Or better yet, turn the ambush around. Zara climbed to the catwalk overhead, positioning herself with a clear view of the loading dock. The warehouse was dark except for spotlights near the entrance. They'd planned to illuminate Daesung, make him an easy target. Instead, they'd made themselves targets. At 11:58, headlights appeared outside. A single black car. No security vehicles. No backup. He'd actually come alone. The car stopped, and Daesung stepped out. Even from here, Zara could see the tension in his shoulders, the rage barely contained beneath his calm exterior. He walked toward the loading dock, hands visible and empty. "Ryan," he called. "I'm here." "Let Zara go." Ryan stepped into the light, and Zara saw his face, conflicted, guilty, but committed to this path. "You came alone. Good. Maybe you're not completely stupid. Where is my wife?" "She's fine." "Scared, but fine." Ryan gestured, and one of the Zhao men brought out a phone, showing video of the room where Zara had been held. Empty now, but Daesung wouldn't know that. "Let me see her. In person." "That's not how this works, Uncle. See, you have something we want. Your empire. Your connections. Your territory. And we're going to take it. By killing me?" Daesung's voice was calm. "You think the organization will just accept that? Jin-woo will hunt you down. Madame Choi will disavow you. You'll be dead within a week. We'll take our chances." Gregory stepped into view. "You should have stayed gone, brother. Should have kept your revenge fantasies in Korea. But you came back, flaunted your happiness, humiliated us. Now you pay." The Zhao Triad members raised their weapons. And Zara fired. Her first shot took out the spotlight, plunging the area into darkness. Her second and third shots hit the Zhao men, not kill shots. Jin-woo would be proud, but enough to disarm them. Chaos erupted. Daesung moved fast, 25 years of combat experience taking over. He disarmed the first Zhao member, using the man's body as a shield against return fire. Zara provided cover, her shots precise, keeping Gregory and Ryan pinned. "Zara?" Daesung's voice, shocked and relieved. "Little busy, husband." "Duck." He dropped as she fired over his head, taking out another threat. Then headlights flooded the warehouse. Multiple vehicles. Jin-woo had gotten her message. Doors slammed. Footsteps. Voices shouting in Korean. Jin-woo's team poured in, professional and deadly, securing the warehouse in under 2 minutes. The Zhao triad members were disarmed and restrained. Gregory and Ryan tried to run but were caught immediately. And Zara climbed down from the catwalk, slightly dizzy, definitely nauseous, but alive. Daesung caught her before her knees could buckle. "You escaped," he said, checking her over frantically. "You took out guards. You saved me. You came alone into a trap for me." "Of course I saved you. Are you hurt?" "The baby. We're fine. Both of us." She kissed him. "But we're having words later about you walking into ambushes without backup," says the woman who took on 4 armed guards while pregnant. "I had surprise and Jin-woo's training." He laughed, slightly manic with relief. "You're magnificent. Terrifying. I love you so much." "Love you too. Now can we handle the family drama? I'm tired and nauseous and I really want to go home." Jin-woo approached, professional as always. "Sir, ma'am. The Zhao members are secured. Mr. Gregory Kong and Mr. Ryan Kong are available for questioning." Daesung's expression went cold. He kissed Zara's forehead, settled her in a chair one of his men brought over, then approached where Gregory and Ryan were being held at gunpoint. "You kidnapped my pregnant wife," Daesung said conversationally. "Drugged her. Threatened to kill her. Used her as bait to murder me. I'm trying to decide appropriate consequences." Ryan had gone white. "Pregnant? Did I stutter? My wife is carrying my child. The child you put in danger. The wife you had your hands on." Daesung's voice dropped. "I should kill you both right now. It would be justified. Satisfying. And no one would question it." "Daesung, please," Gregory started. "Shut up. You don't get to speak." Daesung looked at Jin-woo. "The Zhao triad. They were after my territory?" "Yes, sir. They saw this as an opportunity to eliminate you and expand into your operations. Turn them over to Madame Choi. Let her handle it the old way. They broke the treaty by working with outsiders." He turned back to his brother and nephew. "As for you two." Daesung crouched down to their level. "I could kill you. I want to. But my wife is pregnant, and I don't want my child's first memory of their father to be murder." His smile was cold. "So instead, I'm going to destroy you financially. Socially. Professionally. By this time tomorrow, Kong Industries will be bankrupt. Your investors will abandon you. Your assets will be frozen. And everyone in our world will know you collaborated with the Zhao triad against family." "You can't," Gregory protested. "I can. I will. And there's nothing you can do about it." Daesung stood. "You're dead to me. Both of you. If I see you again, if you come near my wife or child again, I won't be merciful. Understand?" Both men nodded, defeated. "Get them out of my sight." Jin-woo's men hauled Gregory and Ryan away. Daesung returned to Zara, kneeling before her chair. "Are you sure you're okay? We should get you to a hospital." "I'm fine. Promise." She took his face in her hands. "But I'm also done with being protected like I'm helpless. Tonight proved I can handle myself." Tonight proved you're a badass who scares me almost as much as I love you. He kissed her palms. But you also took unnecessary risks. To save you. Like you would for me. That's different. Why? Because you're the man? The mafia boss? Zara raised an eyebrow. We're partners, Daniel. Equals. You protect me, I protect you. That's how this works. He stared at her, then laughed. You're right. You're absolutely right. Partners. Good. Now take me home. Your baby is hungry and your wife wants a bath. Anything you want, Jagia. Anything you want. 3 days later, Zara sat in a doctor's office, Daesung holding her hand with barely concealed anxiety. Everything looks perfect, the doctor said, smiling at the ultrasound screen. 6 weeks, healthy heartbeat, right on track. Congratulations. Daesung stared at the screen, at the tiny flickering heartbeat, and Zara saw tears on his face. That's our baby, he whispered. That's our baby, she confirmed. He kissed her, soft and reverent, and Zara felt her heart overflow. They'd started as enemies of a sort, her seeking revenge, him seeking redemption. They'd become partners in darkness. And now they were becoming a family. When can we tell people? Daesung asked. I want to wait until 12 weeks. Make sure everything stays healthy. Whatever you want. But Jagia? I need to tell Jinwoo. Security reasons. And Madame Choi will never forgive me if she hears it from someone else. Zara laughed. Fine. Jinwoo and Madame Choi. But no one else. That evening, they had Jinwoo and Madame Choi to the penthouse for dinner. You called us both here, Madame Choi observed. This is either very good news or very bad news. Good news, Zara said, smiling. We're having a baby. The silence lasted 3 seconds. Then Madame Choi burst into tears, pulled Zara into a hug, and started talking rapid Korean about babies and blessings and joy. Jinwoo actually smiled, full smile, not his usual professional half-smile, and bowed deeply to both of them. Congratulations, sir. Ma'am. I'll adjust security protocols immediately. You're not turning my pregnancy into a military operation, Zara protested. I absolutely am, Jinwoo said. With respect, ma'am, you're carrying the heir to one of the most powerful organizations in 3 countries. That requires protection. He's right, Daesung said. But we'll be reasonable about it. Reasonable meaning I still get to work and live my life. Reasonable meaning yes, with appropriate security. They argued about it over dinner, but it was playful, warm. Madame Choi kept touching Zara's stomach, already talking about knitting baby clothes. Jinwoo discussed security measures with Daesung while pretending not to be excited. It felt like family. After they left, Zara and Daesung stood at their penthouse window, watching the city lights. Ryan and Gregory? Zara asked. What happened to them? Kong Industries filed for bankruptcy this morning. All their assets were seized to pay debts. Investors pulled out. The board voted them both out. Daesung's voice was satisfied. They're ruined. Financially, socially, professionally. And the Zhao triad? Madame Choi handled them. Let's just say they won't be a problem again. Should I ask? Probably not. And we're safe? We're safe. He turned her to face him. I know there will always be some danger in my world. But I promise you, I will do everything in my power to give our child a good life. A safe life. A life full of love. Our child is lucky, Zara said softly. To have you as a father. I'm the lucky one. You gave me everything I thought I'd lost: love, family, hope. You saved my life in more ways than one. He knelt, pressing his lips to her stomach. Both of you. 3 months ago, Zara had been broken, betrayed, lost. Now she was found. Powerful. Loved. And about to become a mother. Ryan had traded her for money. His biggest mistake. Because Daesung had claimed her